What's up, people? JayDub here to talk about a couple of topics that's been in the wrestling news these last couple of days. Make sure you guys share with me your comments on everything that I discussed in this video down in the comment section. Also, remember to rate this video thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click that subscribe button up there. Thanks. On to the first story. We're going to be discussing Triple H and The Undertaker being fined by WWE for actions that occurred during their WrestleMania match. I have a statement from WWE's corporate website I'm about to read, so here we go. And I quote, "Pursuant to WWE's concussion policy, the stunt of using a folded metal chair shot to the head is prohibited. Triple H and The Undertaker have both been fined for violating this policy at WrestleMania XXVII. As far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty much open and shut case. There was a rule in place. Triple H and The Undertaker knowingly broke that rule. Therefore, they have to pay the price. Literally, this is not WWE trying to take anything away from their match that they had at WrestleMania, because that match will go down in history. It was a great match. Even without the chair shot to the head, it would still be a great match. But with that being said, there are a lot of people that are outraged by this, and I just don't understand that outrage. I hear some of them saying WWE wrestlers, they're so soft and they think this is ballet, and WWE is trying to punish these veterans because they're trying to protect the new generation. They're soft and they're punks, and they should talk to people like Mick Foley and Terry Funk. They've taken thousands of chair shots to the head and they're completely fine, so what's the big deal?" Well, I won't even say what the big deal is myself. I'll let Mick Foley speak for himself. This is a clip from an interview that he did late 2010 addressing the topic of concussions in professional wrestling, so take a look.
You believe over the course of your career you've suffered from how many?
Dozens to up to 100.
Do you feel brain damaged?
I feel honestly, I feel like something hasn't been right for a long time. Like I'm just submerged underwater. Like things are just not clear. And you know, in talking to Bret Hart, who suffered long-term concussion damage, that's pretty consistent. But yeah, honestly, I have not felt sharp in a long time.
And isn't one of the problems with not feeling sharp for a long time is you forget what sharp is?
Exactly. Yeah.
But you probably don't remember what it was like to feel with a healthy brain.
I believe you're correct.
So here we have hardcore legend and icon Mick Foley saying that he doesn't even know what it feels like to be normal anymore because he suffered from so many concussions throughout his career from things like chair shots to the head and various things like that. Also, I mentioned Terry Funk. Well, late last year, he did an interview talking about certain subjects like head injuries when it came to professional wrestlers, and he said a lot of attention needs to be paid to these older professional wrestlers because they specialized in those hardcore styles years ago, and just now they're starting to see some of the drawbacks of those risky and dangerous styles that they specialized in. He said a lot of them now are experiencing short-term memory loss, and they're going to be more susceptible to different brain disorders like Alzheimer's. And I think it's a great thing that WWE implemented this concussion policy. Even if it ends up punishing people like Triple H and The Undertaker, I still think it's a great thing because they're trying to look out for the safety of their performers. And we have promotions like WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, all three of the top wrestling promotions in the United States. They've all banned chair shots to the head, and I think it's a great thing because we're learning more and more research about these concussions and how they affect the body. And with Chris Nowinski and his Concussion Institute, when they study and research different things like that, I think it's great that WWE, TNA, and Ring of Honor, they're all trying to keep up with this research and ensure the safety of their performers, because I believe that it's their duty as, you know, employers to ensure their performers' safety. And also, it's the duty of a performer to know the dangers and the drawbacks of becoming a professional wrestler. And I think some of the responsibility falls on us fans also, because we have to remember that these guys are human. We have to remember that there are consequences to these dangerous and risky things that they go out there and try to do. And as far as I'm concerned, chair shots to the head, they're not essential in having an entertaining match. I can do without them. And if it's something that a wrestling promotion can do to protect the safety of their performers and also remain entertaining, then I'm all for it, because I have a love for the professional wrestling industry, and that love also extends to the performers. Like, I love what they do, and I humbly, you know, thank them for what they do, and I don't want to see them strung out on drugs because of, you know, health issues or, you know, in a wheelchair or something like that. So this concussion policy that WWE has implemented, I think it's a good thing. You guys let me know what you think about it. And the last topic I'm going to be talking about is something that has a lot of wrestling fans talking. WWE has officially changed their name. You want to know what they changed their name to? WWE. Seriously, people, what the hell is the outrage about? Like, I don't understand this. If you guys are not familiar with the story, basically, it is announced that WWE will stop going by World Wrestling Entertainment and they will be going by WWE. And so many people are going crazy because they've taken wrestling out of the name. But they're also ignoring the fact that they've taken world out of the name. So what does that mean? They're going to start having events in outer space? Like, I'm pretty sure the tickets to those events will be so fucking high that I probably can't afford them. So that's what people need to be outraged about. Don't be outraged about them taking wrestling out of the name. Be outraged about them taking world out of the name. That's the big story here. But to be completely serious, I believe that people are overreacting to this story because they basically don't understand it. So before you grab your pitchforks and your torches and things, just hear me out and see my perspective of things. Then if you still want to believe what you want to believe, then go right ahead. But just hear me out first. A lot of people don't know that the wrestling promotion WWE is owned by a corporate entity referred to as World Wrestling Entertainment Incorporated. That's what's being rebranded. Not the wrestling promotion WWE. The corporate entity that owns WWE is being rebranded, and they're going to be branching out and doing different things other than wrestling. So no, they're not going to be forgetting about wrestling. They're just going to be branching out and doing other things also. They're going to be doing other things also, like they already do the movies. We all know about that. And now they're talking about branching out into unscripted reality shows and also scripted sitcoms and things like that. And they actually said that Tough Enough was the first step in this rebranding of WWE. And I know a lot of wrestling fans, me being one of them, they actually enjoyed Tough Enough. So we have a lot of people who enjoyed the first step in this new policy of WWE, but then again they disagree with the policy. So I really don't understand that. But yeah, that's basically what it is. So to sum things up, this story more concerns the corporate business side of WWE as opposed to the actual wrestling promotion. And speaking of wrestling, some of these people who are criticizing WWE, talking about they're forgetting the wrestling, hell, y'all are the ones that are forgetting the wrestling, because I don't hear anybody mentioning whatsoever in all of this outrage and this controversy that in this same press release where it was announced that WWE was rebranding itself and expanding, I don't hear anybody mentioning that they were also talking about strengthening its core, strengthening the wrestling product by introducing a new talent development division headed by Triple H. And it was also announced that the first signing of that talent development division was Sin Cara. We just saw him a couple of days ago on Monday Night Raw. So you criticize WWE talking about they're forgetting the wrestling, and nobody is mentioning the actual wrestling that was included in this press release. So that's kind of, you know, interesting. But yeah, all of you people that are, you know, participating in this outrage, I implore you, actually watch Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown over the next couple of weeks and months, and see if you can notice any negative changes that come about because of this press release. And I guarantee you, those changes will not be there. Monday Night Raw is not going to become a 2-hour sitcom. Friday Night SmackDown is not going to become 2-hour movie night. And I guarantee you, for damn sure, they're not going to change the name of WrestleMania. So all of this controversy, it's going to die down in a couple of days, because, you know, it's manufactured. There's no real controversy here, and it'll die down in a couple of days, and we can start focusing on the more important stuff, like these, you know, extra products that WWE will be producing. Like, would you guys want to watch WWE sitcoms or WWE reality shows or WWE movies and things like that? It could be a good thing if you judge by Tough Enough, because I like Tough Enough, and it gets me excited about what else WWE can do. And for the longest time, I've always wanted to see a sitcom from WWE for whatever reason. Like, I've always wanted to see one. But then again, if you judge it by the movies, let's not even beat around the bush here. Some of the WWE movies, most of them, have sucked ass. So, I mean, do they go the route of Tough Enough or WWE movies? who knows? But I'll be waiting around to see, and make sure you give me your thoughts on everything that I discussed in this video, and also let me know what you want me to do my next news video about. Like, I don't know when I'm gonna be doing it. Maybe it'll be next week. Maybe something will happen between now and then. But who knows? Just let me know what you want me to do my next video about. And thank you for watching this one. Peace out. Hopefully I didn't piss you off too much. I know some smarks are gonna be, you know, they're gonna have my head on a fucking platter. But I will say to you guys, if those negative changes do come, and they're not gonna have my head on the platter, they're gonna try to, because, you know, I don't play that shit. But, you know, anyway, if those negative changes do come, which I'm guaranteeing you guys they won't, but if there's a slight chance that they do, then I promise I will join you with the pitchforks and the torches. But as far as I'm concerned now, I don't see any reason for it. So that's where I'll end this video now. Thanks for watching. Peace out.